What's up, tribe? How you guys doing? Go ahead and hit that subscribe button, and I hope you like this video. This is Love and Marriage Detroit Season 1, Episode 12. So listen, we pick up where we left off. We have Kobe and Christina still arguing, and Kobe is just talking over Christina and just being real extra. But at a certain point, they do calm down, and they are able to have a conversation. And what Christina does is basically she throw Brandon under the bus because, you know, one minute you talking about we married, we a team, we together, but when Kobe was talking about, well, you call me a copycat, you call me a copycat. If Brandon said it, that must be a conversation that y'all are having. You must feel that way about me. And Christina was like, I didn't say that. That's how Brandon feels. I never said it. And I was like, so you just threw that man under the bus like that? That's what we doing? You just gonna bloop, throw that man under the bus like that? But I mean, it was Brandon. I mean, it was him. But still, girl, you just threw that man under the bus like that. But anyway, so with that being said, basically they did come to a conclusion. I feel like they resolved something, child. They resolved something. But ultimately, Kobe still walks away feeling some kind of way because we see it later on because Christina ends up inviting Kobe to her shut up and pray brunch that she's having, you know, now that they've worked things out. She's having her shut up and pray brunch. And she invites her to come, but we'll get to that later. But Kobe still ain't really over it, but I think it was one of those, we put it on the table, let's move on. The other thing they talked about was the reason why we don't talk about that we talk about that later. Okay. We'll get into that later, child. So that's pretty much what happened with that. I still am confused, but it still seems like there's a lot going on. But anyway, so then we have Anthony and Dr. LaToya meeting up. Now, I still don't know what the hell Anthony does, but he always working, child. This time he's doing a photo shoot for some sort of brand lookbook that they're creating. I don't know. But he working. So, what you gonna do? He kind of tells her what happened with Brandon, about the conversation with Brandon and how things went at the prayer circle, at the Bible study. But ultimately, he said he enjoyed the Bible study. Dr. Latanya said that, you know, she feels like maybe as a group they need to reset. So here comes the group trip. They're going to go out of town to some place I never heard of before. Wine country. Well, it ain't really wine country because I think it's in driving distance of Detroit. But it's a winery. And they're going to go down there for the weekend. And she's going to invite everybody. And, you know, she thinks maybe this is a good opportunity for them to sort of reset. And everybody kind of get back on the same page. Because, again, she don't like the drama. Like I said, I think this show is gonna cause some strife with them because Anthony is loving it. Anthony is loving the show. He is loving the attention. He is loving all of it. And Dr. Latanya is not here for it. Like I don't think she enjoys the drama of the show. Now I don't know how she's enjoying things now with, you know, after the show has come out and all of that, but it definitely seems like she is over all of the drama. Like that's just not her thing, right? So Christina and Brandon go out to dinner, and Christina is telling Brandon that she doesn't feel safe in their marriage because Brandon does not defend her when it comes to his family and things like that. And what we find out is, now I know this is an edited scene and this is very limited information, so please don't come in my comments talking about you don't have the whole story. I'm telling you what I know. I'm going by what they showed us. And based on what they showed us, I get it. Brandon, you are a spoiled brat who's never been held accountable. You were raised by one of those mamas who coddled her little boy. That's what it sounded like. Christina said that you were able to do what you wanted to do, say what you wanted to say, and there was never any consequence for your behavior. And Brandon even doubled down on that and was like, yeah, you're right. And that's part of the reason why I'm an entrepreneur now, because I don't like people telling me what to do. You know, he said when I got fired from my last job, I said I never want to work for anybody again. So that says to me that you are somebody that you were raised in an environment where you were never held accountable for your behavior. And you basically confirmed that. The long and short of that is, Christina, on the other hand, it sounds like they said that Christina runs the family, that Christina is the voice, and what she says goes, and everybody has to listen and bow down to her. So these two personalities coming together were going to clash. Christina's bossy and has been allowed to be in control of her family. Brandon doesn't like to comply. He doesn't like to follow rules, and he's never been made to. There's the problem. Hello, that's what y'all need to be talking about in therapy. What y'all talking about with y'all marriage counselors? Because that's what it sounds like, and y'all have to come up with a happy middle ground with that. So then Brandon, I guess, decides that he gonna let the whole restaurant know that that's his wife and he love her. I really don't feel like that's what she was saying when she was telling you that she needed to feel secure and protected in the marriage. But I mean, if that's what you took from that, go off, child, go off. So then we have a scene with Anthony being messy. See, Anthony, you messy. You know, I tell y'all all the time, every show needs one. And I thought it was Christina. Ooh, but I was wrong. Anthony is you. So we see Anthony meeting up with a dude. I don't forgot the man's name. Tweeka Week. I don't know. Some dude, and who's also in the music industry. Now Anthony talking about yeah, we've written songs together. Me and him, we've done it. I've known him since high school. Lyric is his name. I don't know how way I got Tariq from, but I could have sworn it started with a T. But his name is Lyric. Y'all, like I said, I don't know what the hell Anthony does. Now you writing songs? Sir, are you making movies down to the Avengers and Tyler and Madea? Are you writing music down to the Motown? You're doing photo shoots. You're making wine. Listen, you are a jack of all trades, and I'm here for it. I'm not even mad at you. I'm joking, but I'm serious, but I'm playing, but I'm not. I'm here for it, right? But what we find out is that Lyric and Brandon got some sort of beef. Now, Anthony claimed he don't know what the beef is, right? He claimed he don't know why they don't get along, but they just don't get along. And he said, you know, both of them are in the music industry. Their studios are like right there together, and they really missing out on money by not working together. Like, I don't understand why they're not working together. But either way, I'm going to invite Tariq to be a part of the showcase because I think he's dope and he's talented and he needs to be, and I'm going to have him be one of the judges. This man said he judged the contest with Jazzy Faye in Atlanta. And I'm like, when was that? In 1996? Look. Anthony, this is where I'm saying you being messy. Brandon has already expressed to you that he feels like you're icing him out of the showcase. He has already expressed to you that he feels like you are trying to push him out and take over for whatever your reasons are. Y'all had that whole conversation down to the Bible study. So now you are going out of your way to invite somebody to be a part of the showcase that you know has an issue with Brandon or Brandon has an issue with him without having a conversation with Brandon. Anthony, you're wrong. You're wrong. Now again, Brandon get on my nerves, but y'all know me, I gotta call a thing when I see it. I gotta be fair. And Anthony, you were wrong. There was no reason why you went out of your way to go down here and invite this man. No, you walked in the door knowing Brandon got an issue with him. You don't even know what the issue is. So you say. And you invite him to be a part of it. So then we find out that Lyric used to work with Christina, and that Christina could sing, and they play a whole song that Christina used to sing. Now, they was talking about how good her voice sounded and everything. I ain't trying to be no hater. I ain't trying to be no hater. I mean, it was a little something. But if Christina is the best talent that Brandon has ever come into contact with, I guess Anthony was right when he said, you ain't never made no stars down to the hit factory. I mean, again, Christina can sing. I ain't saying that she can't sing, but I don't know if she can sing. Moving on. But again, that was messy, Anthony, and you know you were being messy. Sorry, not sorry. You were being messy. So then we are going on our way to the brunch, to the Shut Up and Pray brunch. So Latanya picks, Dr. Latanya, I want to always say Dr. Latanya, picks up Kobe. And on the way there, Kobe is giving her the breakdown of her conversation with Christina. And Dr. Latanya was like, I'm glad you had the conversation. I'm glad y'all cleared things up. But then Kobe drops a bomb. Come to find find out the reason why Christina was calling Russell, and I know I called that man Randall in the last review. His name is Russell. I'm sorry. Thank y'all for all the people who corrected me. My bad. Okay, Russell. For she was calling Russell over this publicist thing. Now remember last week when Christina met with the publicist, Christina specifically said tried to bring Russell and Kobe into it, and the publicist was like, no, 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 no. Anthony never said anything about Russell and Kobe. Anthony specifically spoke on you and Brandon. Remember that. And the production played it back, so it don't matter. But what she called Russell for was to tell Russell that Anthony was talking ish to the publicist about all of them. So now, Christina, you're being messy. Now you're trying to bring everybody in on a situation that's really only dealing with one or two, with you and Brandon. Brandon's saying that he don't like the publicist or he don't rock with the publicist, and you know you may or may not have said anything. Now you trying to bring Kobe and Russell into it. So now Dr. Latanya's pissed because she was like, see, I don't do no drama, I don't do no mess, but that's not what my husband said. And now you bringing me into something, you bringing my husband into something that we didn't do or that he didn't do, and you're trying to put it on me like I said or did and I didn't say or do. So we get to the brunch. Now I knew I was a crazy child. Both of their friends' name is Chelsea. Kobe's friend name is Chelsea, and Christina's friend name is Chelsea. So they all sitting at the table together with Bravo's wife and you know Kobe and Dr. Latanya. And Chelsea was like, I feel some kind of way because Brandon is there. And Kobe was like, well, I'm not going to talk to Brandon because my husband isn't here. I'm not going to address him. I'm not going to engage in a conversation with him because my husband isn't here to discuss it. And she was like, yeah. And Brandon said the same thing. Brandon was like, I ain't about to talk to Kobe because Russell ain't going to break all the bones in my body. You be coming off sounding like a real punk. But anyway, moving on. So, although Russell does look like he could break people's bones, so maybe I shouldn't say that. So, sorry. So Dr. Latanya decided she want to pull Christina aside. Now here, Dr. Latanya, here's where I got to come at you. Now I understand that she was like, see, I don't appreciate that because I don't like, you know, I don't like you putting my husband's name in something or putting something on him, and I don't like it. I'm not going to be able to rest until I address it. But you were the same person that said that you're glad that Kobe and Christina got everything resolved because you was worried about Christina being messy. And Christina, she's like, see, I know Christina didn't call me and bring it up. The reason why Christina didn't call me to talk to me about it beforehand is because she want to try to pull me aside here, and she want to try to make a scene here. And see, I don't want to do that. I don't do the drama. But then you turn around and did the exact same thing that you accused Christina of doing or was going to do. You did the exact same thing, girl. So she pulls Christina aside. Now, Dr. Latanya, you did have an attitude. You did. When Christina said, well, yeah, I talked to whatever the lady's name is, the publicist, and Latanya said, my publicist. Girl, you was being snippy, but you was mad. You were mad. And you had a right to be mad because once production rolled that beautiful beam footage, baby, Christina, you was lying. You were lying. You were trying. What you were doing was looking for some allies. So you figure if I'm going to throw it on Russell, I'm gonna tell Russell that Anthony was talking ish about him. So now you trying to sway the situation and you trying to throw it out there and make what Anthony did worse. It was bad enough that Anthony repeated what Brandon said, and I said that in my last review. But now you're gonna add some stuff to the sauce. You putting 20 on 10, and I feel like, although Dr. Latanya was a little snippy, she was, but she had a right to be. She was defending her husband, okay? She didn't threaten to break every bone in nobody's body, but she was defending her man, and I'm okay with that. I feel like I can appreciate that both of them kept their voices low. Their facial expressions said it all. But baby, when Christina pulled so I'm going to end this conversation here. This is my event. You are not going to approach me and disrespect me at my event. So I am ending the conversation. Baby, when she said I'm ending that conversation, Dr. Natanya's face was like, bitch, what? What? I said, oh, she ended the conversation. Baby, that thing was funny to me. That's pretty much the episode. Y'all let me know what y'all think. I'll talk to y'all later. Peace.